And secondly, with respect to Eisner and Disney, how would you define Michael Eisner's circle of competence, and are you concerned that he might step outside it?
Well, I would say that he has proven himself very good at understanding what Disney is really all about. And you can look back to the predecessor management between Walt and Eisner, and they didn't really do much with that if you look at those years. What is special about Disney, and how do you make it more special? And how do you make it more special to more people? I mean, those are the things that you want to manage. And you've got wonderful ingredients to work with when you're working with something like Disney. I mean, one of the advantages we were talking about the Mayo Clinic and brain surgeons, and the nice thing about the mouse is that he doesn't have an agent. I mean, the mouse is yours, and he's not in there renegotiating and every week or every month and saying, just look at how much more famous I've become in China, or something. So if you own the mouse, you own the mouse. And Eisner understands all of that very well. I would say he's been very skillful in terms of how he's thought about it. I worry about any manager. It has nothing to do with Michael Eisner, but Charlie and I worry about ourselves in terms of getting out of our circle of competence, and we've done it. It is very tempting, and it's probably part of the human condition in terms of hubris or something, that if you've, as Charlie would say, if you're a duck floating on a pond and it's been raining and you're going up in the world, after a while you think it's you and not the rain, that you're some duck. But
right.
and we all succumb to that a little bit. But I think that I think Disney, Coca-Cola, Gillette, I think those companies are very focused. I think our operating units are very focused, and I think that gives us a huge advantage over the managers that are getting a little bored and decide that they better fool around with just how talented they really are. Charlie?
Yeah. Eisner is quite creative, and he also distrusts projections. And that is a very good combination to have in the motion picture business.
Yeah, Charlie was a lawyer for, 20th century in the old days? Yeah, and he saw a little bit of how Hollywood operated, and it kept us out of buying any motion picture stocks for about 30 years. Every time I'd go near one, he'd regale me with a few stories of the past. So it's a business where people can trade other people's money for their own significance in their world, and that is a dangerous combination, where if I can buy significance in my world with your money, there's no telling what I'll do.
Part of the business reminds me of an oil company in California, and it was controlled by one individual, and people used to say about it, if they ever do find any oil, that old man will steal it. And the motion picture business, it's only about half of it that has normal commercial morals.
Mm-hmm. No, we're not applying that to Disney.
No.
Disney is really Disney's done an extraordinary job for the shareholders, and they make real money out of movies. Most movie companies they made money for everybody associated with it, but not a lot of stuck to the shareholders. Zone 2.